We will find all Notewise configurations in the Settings tab. They include Users, Departments, Session Info, Quick Notes, Personal Info, and Device Configuration. Users allow the owner of Notewise subscription to create and manage additional user logins. These users will have their own login credentials, role, and access. This may be desired if the recording system is going to be used by multiple reporters. The owner of the subscription is the only role that has permissions to add additional users. Click on the Add a User button to open the Users Add a User window. Input the user's email address. As you can see from the table of role permissions, each role other than the owner comes with limited permissions. For example, a guest role can only browse and play back sessions. Select whether you want to grant the new user access to sealed records and if you want to grant them permission to delete sessions. Dpartements provides a grouping of recording sessions. When more than one user is added to the account subscription, Dpartements can be used to limit what recording sessions the users have access to. For example, if you were to create a department for civil cases and a department for criminal cases, then in the user's settings, you can limit a user to only have access to one of these departments. If you are the only user of the subscription, then Dpartements will not come into play. Session Info is where we can add custom fields to be presented in the session properties. Session Properties is where we can capture pertinent information of the recording session, such as the reporter's name, who is in attendance, and their role. A good way to think of the role of Session Properties is information that will be needed for transcript production. You may want to think about the information that is needed for the cover page of the transcript. There are fixed fields included: session name, location, description, privacy settings, and the record date. To add additional fields, click on the Add a Field button to open the Session Info Add a Field window. Add the name of the field and click the Add Field button. The new field will now appear in the list of custom fields. When you open the Session Properties window, you will now see the new custom field displayed. Remember, the Session Properties information stays with the recording, so when opened up in Viewer 8, the Session Properties will be displayed with the recording. Quick Notes are keyboard shortcuts used to add quick text to your notes. The text to add could be one word or could be a whole statement. You can create multiple Quick Notes lists with Quick Notes specific to certain types of hearings. For example, you may have a list for trials and hearings and another for depositions. Quick Note lists can be specific to users, or you can create lists that are globally accessible to all users. We will add a new user-defined list by clicking on the User tab and putting our cursor in the text field that says "Click here to add a new list." Type the name you want to assign to your new list and hit your Enter key. You will now see the new list displayed. To add new entries to your Quick Notes list, click on the list you want to work within. You will see there is an entry for Add Empty Note with a keyboard shortcut of F2. This cannot be changed or removed. To add a new entry, click within the text field where it says, "Click here to add a new row." Type the text that you want inserted and hit your Enter key. Now we need to assign a keyboard shortcut to the text for insertion. Hover your mouse over the text to highlight and click on the shortcut. Physically depress the keys on your keyboard that you want used for the shortcut. You will now see that key combination displayed in the shortcut window. Hit your Enter key to commit the change. Device Configuration. There are two tabs in Device Configuration: Audio and Video. Since we can't record the video without audio, you will find all configuration settings in the Audio tab and only the video-specific settings in the Video tab. Select Audio Device is where we point Notewise to grab the audio from. Click on the down arrow from within the Select Audio Device field to display a list of available audio sources. If you do not see your audio device displayed in the list of available sources, you will need to make sure that you have installed the drivers for the device and that the device is connected to the computer and powered on. Select the device that you want to use. Select Audio Recording Size provides us with 4 options for media file size. The larger the file size, the better the quality, and the smaller the media file size, the less quality you will have. By default, large will be selected. Playback Output is where Notewise will transmit the audio played from the playback channel. When select to play audio from a previous point in your recording, the playback window will open with the media and notes loaded. This audio will be played through the device you select. Confidence Monitor Audio Output is where you want the audio of confidence monitoring to be transmitted. Typically, a reporter will select the source for their headphones. Start Confidence Monitoring by default lets Notewise know if you want confidence monitoring to start every time you start a recording, or if you want to manually start confidence monitoring by clicking on the icon. Click on Yes if you want it to start automatically. Start Automatic Notes by default is the state of automatic notes. Automatic Notes will create a note identifying the microphone as the speaker when audio is detected on that microphone. If you want Automatic Notes to be always turned off, then select No. Automatic Notes can be turned on and off manually per channel from within the recording if desired. Where on this computer should we store your files is the location where Notewise will store the files created from the recordings. Notewise will use /program data /Notewise _client by default. We suggest that you leave this as it is. To where should we back up your Teams files is the location of your choosing that Notewise will publish a copy of your recordings when you stop recording. A suggestion may be to use a removable USB thumb drive. Insert the USB thumb drive, click on the Browse button, locate your thumb drive. If you want these to be contained within a folder on the thumb drive, then you will need to select that folder. There is no Save button for the device configuration. All settings are automatically saved.